Joining us now from our newsroom is Emira Woods from the Institute for Policy Studies, and we want to tell you thank you very much for joining us. What kind of impact did Mandela make for other countries in Africa, would you say?
Well, I think Mandela is an icon for not just South Africa and Africa, but really for the world. What he represents is a struggle for freedom, a struggle for justice, a struggle for equality, and really, a commitment to activism, to organizing, to movement building, which is what he did, both in prison, before prison, and out of prison. He continued to be really a visionary leader. To bring about not only political emancipation, but to continue a struggle for full equality in South Africa, without a doubt.
And when did you hear the news, and what was your reaction?
Well, I heard the news this afternoon, following issues of the Central African Republic, and was actually really sad, as many around the world mourning the loss of this icon. But then you recognize that that sadness has to turn into real excitement and joy at this opportunity to uphold the spirit of the man. Clearly we are all mortal beings, but the spirit of Mandela lives on, a spirit that continues to fight for justice. Clearly South Africa next year, as Anna knows well, will be celebrating 20 years since the end of apartheid. It's an incredible milestone, but that is a milestone that comes with mixed reviews. Clearly there has been political emancipation, but economic justice, that vision of Mandela for true equality, is far from reality. So there is still a lot of work to be done. And so I am seeing, the dancing in the streets in South Africa, celebrating the spirit of the man of Mandela as really an opportunity to re-engage those born freers who may not have participated in the fight, the struggle against apartheid, but today are facing very real demands for justice in whether they're miners or textile workers throughout South Africa. And so this is an opportunity to reinvigorate those movements, to reinvigorate activists who are yearning for a just South Africa, for a just Africa, for a just world, to encourage people to carry forward the incredible vision of an extraordinary icon like Mandela.
Hi, Emira. It's Anand here. And, as you say, there's been a very mixed legacy that Mandela left. I was looking at the news reports that started pouring in after the announcement of his death, and one of them said that there is a very vocal minority in South Africa which is very critical of Nelson Mandela, which says that he was too conciliatory in the aftermath of apartheid, that he gave away too much. And from what you say about the economic differences that still exist in South Africa and to some extent have widened, they have a point, don't they?
Well, you know it so well, having lived in South Africa, as you have. It's almost as if it's, some places you have a tale of two cities. The elites have done extremely well since the end of apartheid, but the majority of the people, whether you call it the 99% or the majority of the people are still in very desperate circumstances. And so that struggle for economic emancipation, that very much lives on. I think there's a sense that a grand bargain was struck to have peace in South Africa. But now, 20 years later, that struggle for a true just, a true equitable society, that struggle must continue, and the legacy of Mandela lives.
Emira Woods, thank you so much for your thoughts, your analysis this evening. Certainly appreciate it. There's been widespread